So this is a new strategy. It started evolving in 2008, and I'll prove that in a moment. But the strategy now is if a journalist asks a politician a question he or she does not like, they're not going to answer the question. They'll spin. That's why I created the no spin news, the no spin zone. Okay? They just won't answer it. And most journalists, they don't know what to do then. I'm so obnoxious that I go, you didn't answer the question. Okay? But most people won't do that. It began, and this is fascinating, in 2008 with Congressman Barney Frank. I'm sure many of you have seen the shootout that I had with the congressman. And it was about the economy collapsing in America due to the fact that there were a lot of delinquent mortgages, that people got mortgages when they didn't qualify for them and couldn't pay the money back. All right? And that tottered everything and led to Barack Obama being elected because the economy fell off the cliff in the last year of Bush. You might remember this stuff. Barney Frank was in charge of Freddie Mac, Fannie Mae, which led the way to giving mortgages at very lenient, all right, provisions. Okay, I'm going to run a short clip. Now, the setup is I asked Congressman Frank, do you have any responsibility here for the wobbling economy? He said, you are in charge of pushing these easy mortgages. Go.
I do think that prospects going forward are very solid. And in fact, we're going to do some things that are going to improve them.
Well, obviously, that statement turned out not to be true. Joining us now from Washington is Congressman Frank. And we appreciate you coming in, being a stand-up guy. But shouldn't everybody in the country be angry with you right now?
No, you've misrepresented this consistently. I became chairman of the committee on January 31st, 2007. Less than 2 months later, I did what the Republicans hadn't been able to do in 12 years, get through the committee a very tough regulatory bill.
Okay, and then the interview descended into chaos from there because Frank wouldn't answer the question that the economy went over the cliff because of these mortgages. He was in charge for a year, okay, and now he blamed it on the Republicans. That's what they all do now, okay? So that was, and I'm not essentially proud of the fact that Frank and I went at it. And it was more my fault than his fault because I called him, what did I call him, a liar? Whatever I did, I went too far. You can Google it on just Google O'Reilly Barney Frank. Okay. Now, today, Governor Newsom, who will be the nominee if Biden can't make it, it's not going to be Kamala. The Democratic Party would turn to him. He leads the league in dodging stuff. So let's run in a couple of sound bites. Go for the first one.
I do have a follow-up. The 6% rate on people, families, couple in California, they pay 6% income tax on $84,000 a year.
Low-wage workers in the state of Florida pay more than men in our state of California.
I didn't ask about Florida.
I didn't ask about Florida, and he didn't. He clearly said, having $84,000 a year, you're gutting them at 6%, and they have to pay federal income tax on top of that. But low-wage earners, okay. You see, you're never going to get that. Soundbite number 2, go.
Here is public school spending per K through 12 students, according to the Education Data Initiative from the U.S. Census Bureau and National Center for Education. Florida spends nearly $12,000 per student, while California spends over $16,000. Florida is ranked #1 by U.S. News & World Report. In terms of state education rankings, California ranks 20th. Governor Newsom, what is your explanation? You spend more money and they have better results in Florida. Why?
I told you what I'm doing in public education. We created a brand new grade, pre-K for all. We're doing after school and summer school for all. We're reimagining the school day.
He created a pre-K and he's reimagining. Doesn't it come close to answering the question? I'm picking on Newsom, but they all do it. Both parties do it. Now, I want to give DeSantis a little credit. He didn't dodge very much in that debate. Here's an example. Go.
What was the reason for you from going from 15 weeks to 6 weeks?
Well, I believe in a culture of life. I think we're better off when everybody counts, when everybody has an opportunity to do well. And that bill attaches when there's a detectable heartbeat.
And he kind of answered the question. I mean, he wants fewer abortions. That's what he should have said. I'd like fewer abortions. You know, and he couches it a little, but it wasn't outrageous. Now, the only way to stop this is for the interviewer to keep a chart, you know, during the interview and say, look, this is the 4th time you've dodged. This is the 6th time you've dodged. Then thereby you would be almost humiliating, embarrassing the subject, and then you wouldn't get any guests. Okay, that's just the way it is. There are a lot of people that I was so powerful on the Fox News channel, we got most of the people that we wanted, but it wasn't easy. It was not a free ride for anybody, and everybody knows that. And it carried over to the No Spin News, where I use fewer guests. All right, we can get pretty much, but we can't get Nikki Haley, for example. Just blew us off. Why? All right, I mean, this broadcast reaches millions of people all over the world, you know. I can't speculate about why, but that's one name. And I'll never get anybody from the Biden administration, whereas Obama had enough courage to come in 3 times with me. Everything is expensive these days, you know that. The government is printing trillions of dollars and consumer prices higher than ever. If the government continues its printing and spending, the dollar could continue its free fall and lose its coveted role as the world reserve currency. Let's hope that doesn't happen. But there are a few things you can do right now. American Hartford Gold can show you how to protect your money, your retirement, your hard-earned savings against inflation by helping you diversify a portion of your portfolio into physical gold and silver. Start with a short phone call, and they can have physical gold and silver delivered right to your door or put inside your 401k or IRA. So please call or text them right now. Tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you. Call 877-444-GOLD, 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Again, that's 877-444-GOLD, or text GOLD to 65532. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.